We're here from the International Practice Program here at MMU to talk to you about fashion sustainability and to let fashion go to waste. Like our international program, we're all a very diverse group of people. I myself am from Canada, we have some from Lithuania, and the two others are from the UK. Our countries all have a lot of different aspects, but what we have in common is the sustainability problems in the fashion industry. Next slide, please. So I'm going to go over the contents of our presentation. We have the introduction, then we're going to talk about pollution dyeing, milk fabrics, 3D printed materials, and then what can we do. For the introduction, I'd like to talk about sustainability and how it's mostly an umbrella term that covers a massive amount in the fashion industry, from labor ethics to cultural appropriation, design implications, and what we're going to talk about today, which is sustainable, waste managed, and upcycled materials in particular, and what we can do in the fashion industry to make it more possible. I'm going to pass it on to Anna.
Sustainability in the fashion industry is thought of a good thing, but are our resources a good thing? Tino Sober is one designer who challenges this. He's a German-born, UK-based industrial designer who uses man-made pollution as a dyeing agent. Not only does this demonstrate innovation within the fashion industry, but it also makes a very bold statement. The project name for this garment is the colour of air, in which Sobert takes a harmful thing and gives it a useful purpose. Not only is this producing a lovely garment, but also creating awareness of a worldwide growing problem. The main component within this dyeing agent is carbon black, which is a particle matter produced during incomplete combustion of fossil fuels. Along with this is the Egyptian dyeing process, where Sobert gets his inspiration. By using these two techniques, Sobert has created a wearable, touchable, and visible smog. Unfortunately, it's something that we inhale every day, but in this instance, it's something that we can visibly see. Some people may not welcome this type of garment. Pollution is seen as dirty, and it may not be something that people want to wear. It may be uncomfortable for them. With the dyeing being an issue, this probably isn't a commercially viable source, but it does remain still an artistic statement, and definitely a step forward in the industry. This small couture produced by Solbert is alarmingly, sustainably accessible, which sends out a clear message today. This concept may not be good on a mass scale for commercial use today, but we can use it towards other avenues, using waste which we create, man-made, to make something else. So I'll now pass you over to Gabby, who will explore this in further detail.
So it is possible to make fabric made out of milk. So during World War I, Germany discovered milk potential for cloth. But unfortunately, during their process, they have been using different kinds of chemicals, which wasn't that sustainable. After deep research, I noticed that there is a designer called Anke Damaske who are making fabrics with the out-of-date milk. The company is called Q-Milk, and they are producing milk fabrics from high percentage milk casein. So out of 6 liters of milk, it is possible to produce a dress, which looks like this. So this kind of dress has this very silky touch, as well it could be blended with different kind of fabrics. So it is different product variety because it's possible to make underwear, luxurious wear, or everyday wear. As well, this kind of fabric is antibacterial and anti-allergic. So it means that it's very good for people who are suffering from allergies from the fabrics. As well, it would be possible to make bedding for the people. And there's some numbers. 360,000 tons of milk are poured down UK sinks per year. It causes as much pollution as 20,000 of cars. So it is really a big number, especially knowing that all of us has milk waste. As Anke Damaske states, 20,000 liters of water are used to produce 1 kilogram of cotton. Meanwhile, only 2 liters of milk are used to produce 1 kilogram of Q-Milk fabric. If it would be possible to connect all this waste that the consumers has, as well milk waste from the farmers and shops, Not all of us would live in a more sustainable world, but as well it will be possible to make these nice kind of garments. And now I'll give it to Sophie, who will present 3D printing.
I'm going to be talking today about the future of sustainable fabrics within the fashion industry and how our plastic waste can be used for good. Every member of the fashion industry is aware of the environmental issues of growing cotton and the vast expense of producing this material. The term cottonopolis refers to the production and use of cotton and is actually defined in the Oxford English Dictionary as the city of Manchester in northwest England. Manchester has become the centre of the cotton market during the Industrial Revolution, where the mills and factories along the canals were used to produce hundreds and thousands of yards of cotton. Manchester is also the birthplace of the modern computer and is quickly becoming the technological hub in the UK. It seems appropriate that today we discuss 3D printed fabrics and how this can change the future of our industry. We need to ask ourselves as a city, do we still want to be known as a cottonopolis with all the sustainability issues that surround this resource? As a global industry, are we prepared to continue using this expensive material when we've produced more plastic in the last 10 years than we have over the entire of the last decade? The structures pictured here are created using 3D printing technology by a studio in London called New Skin. New Skin partnered up with fashion students to produce outfits which are made of thermoplastic materials. These materials can be remoulded and reshaped many times and truly are sustainable. One improvement within this sector, which has come from a company in London called Nervous Systems, is a fabric that is made from recycled takeout coffee cups. These cups are being upcycled and made into dresses that are flexible and wearable. The animation of the falling dress shown here has actually been produced on a 3D desktop printer, which can be bought for under £1,000. With design expertise from Jessica Rosenkrantz, these 3D garments have been created using a clever system of printed shapes and hinges, which allow the fabric to float and fall, as you can see in the image. This technology is improving constantly with thanks to new innovations within this sector, which means a future where 3D printed garments are sold, remodelled and remanufactured are well within our sights, and we as the City of Manchester could be at the heart of this new revolution.